Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Dean Houghton Memorial Field in Poultney, Vermont. As today, MYVT Media Sports brings you live high school football. It's the Blue Devils of Poultney and the Yellowjackets of Windsor here on an absolutely gorgeous Saturday afternoon in Poultney, our second trip across the border this season here on MYVT Media Sports. And today's game is brought to you by Telescope Casual Furniture, sponsors of the Telescope Furniture Broadcast Center. Also by Hoagland Property Management, Skeen Valley Agency, Indulge Pizza, Lake Champlain Coal Company, our sponsor of the player of the game, A1 Sewer and Drain, York Coachworks of Poultney, Vermont, Michelle's Sweet Creations Bakeries and Sweets of Castleton, O'Shea Insurance Agency of Castleton, and Ravina and Hoosick Valley Shop and Saves of Ravina, and Scatacoke, also Hoagland Property Management of Granville, and the Skeen Valley Group with insurance and real estate offices in Whitehall, Granville, and Cambridge, and Indulge Pizza, our touchdown sponsor for each and every game, and of course, Lake Champlain Coal Company, as I mentioned. And it'll be Windsor getting the ball first. Poultney with the opening kickoff. It's a short kick taken at the 38-yard line. And going down to a knee and downing the football is Jacob Young, number 81. Young is a junior for the Yellowjackets. They'll actually put the football down on the 40-yard line. It's going to be first down and 10 there for Windsor as we open up the first possession of the ball game. Windsor coming in 1-4, Poultney 0-5, so we expect to have a good matchup here this afternoon. The Yellowjackets come up to the line of scrimmage on first down and 10 with Turtle Petchke at the quarterback, and he's going to hand off straight ahead. And after a little bit of forward progress, it's stacked up by the Blue Devil defense. Eric Kendall, number 8, one of the guys there. And also telling Chalmers. It brings up second down in line. It was Jack Burke on the run. But he picked up about 4 yards on the play, close to 5. It's going to be second down and 5 for the Yellowjackets. So quite a bit of forward progress before they shoved him backwards there. Coben Schute's going to come out here wide to the right side. A runner goes in motion. They're going to hand it to the motion man. And that was number 22, Morgan Johnson. Johnson slipped, lost a yard on the play. It's going to be third down and 6. Third down and 6. So big opportunity here for the Blue Devils to get a stop on this opening possession. Try to get their hands on the football. Field could be a little bit slick. We did have a little bit of rain here a couple of days ago. Actually, quite a bit of rain, as a matter of fact. Third down and 6 for the Yellowjackets. They'll send a man in motion. They'll run the counter play and a small pickup across the 45 to the 46 or 47. And that was Aiden Doxter on the carry. And it's going to be fourth down here for the Yellowjackets. Shanholzer on the tackle for the Blue Devils. And it looks like they're going to punt it away as number 7, Tristan Merrill, has dropped back. And now Eric Kendall's going to go back for the Blue Devils. Plugged up, right? It's a low snap, but nicely handled by the punter. It's a nice high kick. Kendall coming over to take it on the run. 25-30, 35-40, shoved out of bounds across the 40 to about the 42 or 43-yard line. And a late flag coming in at the very end of the play. 2 of them, as a matter of fact. So we'll see if that negates a nice return or adds more yardage onto it. And it's going to be a block in the back on the Blue Devils. So a costly penalty there after a very nice return by Eric Kendall. So that's going to set the Blue Devils back. Looks like they're going to spot it at about the 40-yard line. No, they haven't marked it off yet. So now they're going to mark it off from the spot at the 40 back to the 30. So first down and 10, Blue Devils. At their own 30-yard line, 2 receivers out to the left side. Actually trips now. Couldn't see Mike Seelick over there around the corner here, but it's actually trips on the left side. Kendall takes a snap, goes back to pass on first down, setting up the screen, trying to get it to Shanholzer. It's incomplete. Intended for Shanholzer. I like the call, though, trying to get things moving early, coming out with a screen. Just not executed as well as they would have liked it to have been, but a very good call that might have picked up some serious yardage had they been able to connect. Second down and 10, 30-yard line of the Blue Devils. First possession from Poultney this afternoon. 3 and out for the Yellowjackets, and trips to the left side once again. Shanholzer is in the backfield. Kendall's going to work out of the gun. He'll take the snap. He'll keep it on the ground for Shanholzer. He's got room on the right side. Cuts it back 40 to the 45-yard line. Picked up 15 on the play. It's going to be a first down for the Blue Devils. Oliver Shanholzer with a great run. He was injured in that Milton game a couple of weeks ago where Milton came away with that 14-8 win. And you sit there and think Poultney might have a win had they had Shanholzer for that entire contest. Domenico is out here in the slot on the left side. Seelick is wide to the left on 1st and 10. Kendall's going to keep it on the ground. They had him behind the line of scrimmage, but Shanholzer able to stumble away. Good second and third effort there. 3-yard pickup on the play by Oliver Shanholzer brings up second down and 7. Ball at about the 48-yard line of the Blue Devils. So that spread formation with trips working successfully so far here for Poultney. Domenico out here to the left side, as well as Anderson. Seelick goes to the right this time. Shotgun for Kendall. Lynch is the tight end on the right side. And actually, this isn't Kendall, it's Chalmers. And Chalmers puts his head down, finishes the run. And Talon Chalmers with a nice run there to pick up the first down. He goes Cam Scattaboo there at the end and knocks the defender back a couple of yards. And into Windsor territory for the first time at about the 43-yard line, 1st and 10. Seelick's going to come out wide to the left. Domenico on the right side. Looks like they've got a man in the slot over there as well. That is Anderson. Kendall out of the shotgun, rolling to his left. He decides to keep it. He's got a blocker out front. He's got the 40. Driven out of bounds. Inside the 40, close to the 35-yard line. Second down and 2. 8:04 to go here in this opening quarter. No score. Windsor had a 3 and out there first possession. First possession here for the Blue Devils. And they are on the move at the Windsor 35-yard line. Once again, it's going to be trips to the right side here for Poultney. Kendall's going to work out of the shotgun on 2nd and 2. Kendall's going to roll to the right, looking to pass. Throws, got a man out there. Domenico the catch at the 10, and he hangs on. Brought down at the 10-yard line by Coben Shoot, but not before a big gain. Picked up about 25 on the play. And there's a flag down late. You would assume that's a defensive penalty down there where the ball was caught. The official coming over to the, unless, well, the negative side of that could, if you're coming to the Poultney bench, it makes you think it's going to be a personal foul taunting type play or something of that effect. Because the official, the head referee, wouldn't come over to talk with Coach Bredding to tell him it was pass interference on the defense or something like that, or holding it. So, yep, that's what it's going to be. So that's going to negate what was a 25-yard gain. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Blue Devils. So that's going to put it back at the 25-yard line. Still first down for Poultney. Seelick comes out here to the left side. Domenico and Anderson go right. Kendall looks over the defense, takes a snap, hands off. This is Chalmers, and they've got him behind the line of scrimmage. And that is number 81 coming through for the Yellowjackets, Jacob Young.
Second down.
So a big defensive play, a loss of 2 on the play, brings up second down and 12 at the 27-yard line. So when you put that loss of yardage, negative yardage play in there with the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, huge loss of yardage here for the Blue Devils. Trips to the right side. Shotgun for Kendall on 2nd and 12. Takes a snap, rolls out, and somehow got that to Chalmers. Chalmers to the 30, to the 29. Short gain there. They're not going to win any beauty contest with that, but it was successful picking up a couple of yards. Or was it a loss? Well, they're going to, I was looking at where they had it marked over across the way. Yeah. Yeah, they lost a yard on the play, so it's going to be 3rd and 14 here. Once again, they'll go with this trips spread formation. Blue Devils doing a good job of putting a long drive together here, using clock, but they got to cash it in with points. Kendall rolls to the right, looking, nobody there. Everybody well covered in the secondary. Now goes underneath to Ethan Anderson, and Anderson makes a nice diving catch.
Ethan Anderson.
And Anderson with the catch at about the 15-yard line. They're going to be just short of the first down. And 4th and short coming up here for Poultney with 5:58 to go here in the opening quarter. No score. First possession for the Blue Devils.
Is this on?
Yep.
Yeah.
Here's a rollout for Kendall. Looking to get outside, turn the corner, change windows.
That's something.
And it's a touchdown, Poultney.
Flag on the play.
Somebody said they can't hear me.
Well, what's the perfect one? Whenever was that person foul? Last time.
So, touchdown, but it's going to be a block in the back. So penalties really, really hurting the Blue Devils here. The ball's going to be spotted right about where the original line of scrimmage was, the 15-yard line. It's going to be short, 4th and short. Well, 5:23 to go here. Opening quarter, no score at Dean Houghton Field. Kendall has the play from the sideline. He'll rejoin the huddle. Big play coming up here. Long sustained drive. They have to cash it in with points. Seelick's out wide right. Movement up front. That's going to be an automatic first down. Unless they were drawn off, of course. And maybe they are. They was just pointing the Poultney direction, so it looks like they were drawn off. Well, now they're going to say it's on Windsor. So that is going to be a first down. Originally,
first down for the Blue Devils.
Originally, the official took his left hand and pointed the other direction. But that's going to be a free first down. And it's going to be first down at the 10-yard line. Should be first and goal from there. It is. They lay the chain down. Seelick, Domenico go out right. Anderson's in the slot right. Shotgun for Kendall. on 1st and goal from the 10. Going to hand it off inside.
That's a carry by number 11, Oliver Campbell.
And Shanholzer picks up about 5 to the 5-yard line.
For the Blue Devils.
Should be 2nd and goal from the 5. Blue Devils come up to the line of scrimmage. This time they'll bring a receiver to the left. That's Anderson. A stack with 2 receivers on the right. On 2nd and goal from the 5, rolling out is Kendall. Looks to the end zone. Caught, Seelick, touchdown.
And that is
Mike Seelick with the 5-yard touchdown catch. And it's 6-0 Poultney. Well thrown ball by Kendall and a great snag, showing great hands there, Seelick, to pull that in. A little bit out on the fingertips for him, but did a fantastic job of hauling that in. So we'll see if they go for the kick or the 2. Looks like they're lining up for the 2. They're going to send trips to the right side. Anderson, Seelick over there. Kind of a bunch formation. They'll throw over the middle, back against the grain, tipped and almost caught by DiDomenico in the back of the end zone.
Conversion attempt is incomplete.
And the 2-point conversion attempt will not be successful, but as they come up the field with 4:40 to go in the first quarter, the 5-yard touchdown pass from Eric Kendall to Mike Seelick, and it's 6-0 Poultney. Today's game brought to you by Telescope Casual Furniture Manufacturing of Granville, manufacturing in Granville for over 100 years, voted the ICFA Manufacturer of the Year in 2019, 2021, and 2022. Family-owned and operated business focusing on comfort, style, quality, and world-class customer service. That is Telescope Casual Furniture of Granville, sponsors of the Telescope Furniture Broadcast Center. A1 Sewer and Drain, offering residential and commercial drain, sewer, and septic tank services, serving Rutland and surrounding counties since 1984. Whatever sewer or drain problem is happening in or on your property, they can fix it. A1 Sewer and Drain, 157 Quality Lane in Rutland. Call 438-5722. So the return kickoff here by Kendall after the Blue Devils take the 6-0 lead. And it's going to be sort of a half of an onside kick. Angles toward the sidelines. Windsor lets it go out of bounds.
The Blue Devils did not score out of bounds.
And it's going to be, they're going to make them re-kick.
Kick out of bounds.
So they'll penalize Poultney and have them kick it again. We'll see how this works out for Windsor. Whether they pick up yardage here or not. Kendall kind of pooched that one.
Seeking fault call.
So we'll see how that plays out here. And the kickoff is not going to play in the favor of the Yellowjackets. They've got to go all the way back to the goal line to get it, and they'll be brought up across the 10 near the 15-yard line.
After 10 restrictions, almost out of the goal line.
So,
first and 10 from their goal.
field position-wise, it did not work out well there for the Yellowjackets, but nonetheless, they'll go on offense for the second time this afternoon, down 6-0. And that's not going to make their life any better, as they just got penalized for a block in the back. So that's going to send them back further. So it's going to be 1st and 10 here for the Yellowjackets. At their own 7-yard line, they're down 6-0. And they'll keep it on the ground straight ahead. Pretty good running room there. Up across the 20-yard line. And that is Jack Burke on the carry for the Yellowjackets. Picked up enough for the 1st down. Needed 10, picked up about 11. 2nd down, or 1st down rather, and 10. Runner goes in motion. They'll keep it on the ground straight ahead. And the ball looks like it might have come loose. All kinds of things being flown in by the officials. Windsor got it back, so it was loose.
Football play by Windsor. They're covered. Cologne. 17-yard line.
Looks like it was Aiden Doxter at the bottom of the pile for the Yellowjackets, number 10. So 2nd down and 11 coming up here for Windsor. Late in this opening quarter, 6-0 Blue Devils on the 5-yard touchdown pass from Kendall to Seelick. They send the man in motion. They'll sweep it to the motion man. And he's going to be knocked out of bounds over on the far sideline. That is Morgan Johnson, number 22. And picked up 2 on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 9. So a big play right here for the Blue Devil defense, as they're going to have the opportunity to potentially get a stop, and you would think get the ball in pretty good field position if they can make a big play defensively here. Pletchke back to pass, setting up a screen, and it was well read, and that's going to be incomplete. Janholzer with the big hit. So they are going to count. They are going to call it a catch and a fumble. No, it's going to be incomplete. It is going to be incomplete. I was correct. So the punt unit comes on here for the Yellowjackets. Kendall's going to go back to about the 45, call it the 50-yard line. Blue Devils should come out of this with good field position. That's a nice high kick once again. Kendall underneath it. Takes it at the 44, 45, 50. Into Windsor territory at the 45, 40. And knocked out of bounds on the near sideline. Knocking him out of bounds over there is Jack Burke, number 11. But it's going to be 1st down and 10 for Poultney with excellent field position here. Looking to add to their 6-0 lead. The only thing that's really stopped the Blue Devils here so far is themselves with penalties. They clean that up. They've got something brewing here today, looking for the first W of the season. Blue Devils come up to the line of scrimmage. 1st down 10 from the Windsor 35-yard line. They'll send trips once again to the right. Kendall out of the shotgun. Looks like Shanholzer behind him. He'll take the snap. Now it's actually going to be Chalmers. And Chalmers brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Very nice play defensively by Windsor's number 70, Tristan Merrill. Very nice play by Merrill. It's going to be a loss of a yard. It's going to be 2nd down and 11. Blue Devils at the Windsor 36-yard line. Looks like they're going to send trips to the right side once again. Cole Lynch, the tight end, lined up here on the left side. Kendall out of the shotgun. Takes a snap. He's got Chalmers with him. Rolls to the right. Looking, trying to redirect D. Domenico. Now decides to tuck it under and run. It's going to be driven out of bounds on the far sideline by Jacob Young for Windsor. Positive yardage there. Up to the 30-yard line, picked up 5. It's going to be 3rd down and 5 for Poultney.
My side. I think they're going with it.
Kendall gets the play from the sideline, comes back out into the huddle. Last night, I was down in Mechanic Villas. Bramble Whitehall picked up a nice win, 52-12 over the Raiders. Trips to the left this time on 3rd down and 5. Expected to be 4-down territory. They throw out in the flat for Anderson. Anderson makes a move, makes one guy miss, gets across the 25-yard line, and picks up a 1st down. I was waiting to see a flag down on the play because they've had so many plays where there's been flags down. First down for the Blue Devils, just inside the 25-yard line. Kendall takes the snap, hands off Shan Holzer, and they've got him behind the line of scrimmage. 68 and 66 there for the Yellowjackets. Tyler Saragusa, no related to Tony, I don't think, and Henry Rice. That was the good old days on the NFL broadcast when you had Tony Saragusa down on the field as the on-the-field announcer. And what made him interesting is, besides his great analyzing of the game, you never know what was going to come out of his mouth, which made it entertaining. 2nd down and 11 for the Blue Devils at the Windsor 25-yard line. Kendall takes a snap, throws out in the flat for Seelick. Little middle screen. Seelick's got room to run. Looks to get outside. 20, 15. Brought down at about the 13-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle for the Yellowjackets by Coben Shoot. But a nice middle screen run there. Little short slant type of play. And that's going to be a 1st down inside the 15-yard line for the Blue Devils. And that's going to do it for the first quarter of play here at Dean Houghton Field in Poultney. At the end of 1, our score, Poultney 6, Windsor nothing. This afternoon's game brought to you on Nivett Media Sports by York Coachworks. It's unfortunate when accidents happen. York Coachworks offers quality auto body collision repairs for trucks, cars, boats, and RVs. They work for your insurance company. Quality service since 1978. 1075 Vermont Route 30, Poultney, Vermont. That's York Coachworks of Poultney. Also, Michelle's Sweet Creations Bakery and Sweets. Delicious sweet treats, cinnamon buns, cupcakes, cookies, pies, and tarts. Brownies, scones, Pop-Tarts, wedding cakes. Cakes and special orders, please order in advance. That's Michelle's Sweet Creations Bakery and Sweets, 596 Main Street, Castleton, Vermont. Michelle's Sweet Creations Bakery and Sweets. Definitely, as I said last time we were here, my kind of place. If I was living next door to there, they'd have a regular customer. Homemade Pop-Tarts, that grabbed my attention. I'm a Pop-Tart guy to begin with. I think that's rather obvious, but I haven't been eating salad for breakfast or anything, or lunch. Pretty clear. Then you marry a Chinese lady and you go over there and she could eat that whole store out and not gain a pound. That's the truth. She'll be at the table an hour after me. She weighs about 90 pounds soaking wet. Here we go, Blue Devils to start the second quarter. inside the 15 at about the 14-yard line. First down and 10, Poultney. They lead 6-0. Shanholzer in the backfield now with Kendall. They'll put that trips formation on the right side this time. Kendall looks to throw, rolling, now decides to tuck it under and run, gets a good block there by Shanholzer. And Kendall gets down inside the 10 to about the 5. It's going to be second and about 2 coming up here, it looks like. Just shy of the 5-yard line. So it is close enough to bring the chains out. So they needed to get to the 4, starting at the 14. So they bring the chains across for the measurement.
I can't do anything to this.
Watching on the monitor here, which is a better view for me, is we got the packed press box today. So, hey, the professionals, I mean, I'm a professional sort of, but, the big time guys, they're always watching on the monitor. So it's about inches short, they're going to say. Yeah, the guys in the major leagues, professional, NFL, whatever, they watch their monitor more than they watch the field. A lot of times. Even the people who do radio, like if you listen to a Yankees radio broadcast, they have got a monitor in there where they can watch replays and things, even though it's radio. So it's going to be second and very short here for the Blue Devils. They lead 6-0 on an absolutely perfect Saturday afternoon on the Vermont-New York border here for high school football.
Oh, you're talking. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know.
So second and inches here for the Blue Devils. And they'll keep it on the ground straight ahead for Cole Lynch. And he's in the end zone for the touchdown. So they run the fullback, Cole Lynch. And he's in the end zone to increase the Blue Devil lead to, at the moment, 12-0. They were only going to the fullback. They don't run the fullback very often. They were going to the fullback basically to try to, I think, get that inches on the first down. They got 6 points out of it. So Poultney will go for the conversion try. Kendall tosses it to the right. And they get the conversion. So the Blue Devils add to their lead as it was Talon Chalmers with the conversion run. And the Blue Devils extend their lead out to 14-0 here early in the second quarter. Let's take a look at some of the sponsors who bring the game your way here on Nivett Media Sports. And we've got a lot of great ones on this game today, like O'Shea Insurance Agency, sensible protection, affordable prices, home, auto, farm, business, recreational, and life insurance, working for your best interests. O'Shea Insurance, 1387 Vermont Route 4A, West Castleton, Vermont. That's O'Shea Insurance Incorporated. Game also brought to you by Ravenna Shop and Save, Hoosick Valley Shop and Save, your hometown grocery store where community comes first. You can always count on Ravenna Shop and Save and Hoosick Valley Shop and Save to support our community's youth, both on and off the field. Stop in today and experience service with heart. That's Ravenna Shop and Save of Ravenna and Hoosick Valley Shop and Save of Schaghticoke. So the return kickoff here. Kendall's got it on the tee. Aiden Doxter going back for the Yellowjackets, as well as Morgan Johnson. Here's Kendall with the line drive kick. And Windsor will have the chance to return it. And they'll bring it back to about the 15-yard line. Nice kick there by Kendall. So Shanholzer on the nice open field tackle there. So it's first down and 10 Yellowjackets. Poultney with the 14-0 lead. And the Yellowjackets will start at about the 17-yard line, their own 17. Turtle Petchke brings them up to the line. Looks over the defense. Underneath the center, calls the signals. He'll hand off inside. And the Poultney defense stacks that up. It's number 33 on the carry. That's Colin LeBerry.
By Windsor on first down.
Number 70 was there. 76, actually. Gabe Casey. Jaden Kelly also went on the play. Pickup of a yard on the play. Second down and 9. And rolling out the pass. Throwing underneath. Incomplete. Too far out in front of the receiver. The pass.
Number 6.
Petsky's pass as he's too wide on that pass. Just a little out in front of the intended receiver, which was number 11, I believe, Jack Burke. It's going to be third and long coming up here. For the Yellowjackets. They'll send 2 receivers out to the right side. Plechke has 1 running back behind him. He'll work from the shotgun. He'll go back to pass. He's got time. As time falls apart, he throws. And if that's complete, it's a heck of a catch. And now they're going to say incomplete. But man, if he held on to that, that would have been the catch of the year. Aiden Doxter. Mike Seelick there on the hit, but he could not haul that in. And we couldn't see from the angle with the back to us the way he fell down. If he had made that catch, it would have been a highlight film grab for sure. 10:42 to go here, second quarter. Fourth down coming up for the Yellowjackets. Eric Kendall will drop back to await the punt. And on to kick once again will be Tristan Merrill. Merrill has a good snap, plenty of time, a nice high kick. Going to bounce right at the 45-yard line, take a Windsor roll. And they'll go down to about the 30-yard line where they'll touch it up. So Poultney will go on offense. First down and 10 at their own 30. So the Blue Devils with a 14-0 lead. Have a lot of time here. It's early in this second quarter. They'd like to go down and tack on more points before the break. Looking for their first win of the season. We're very close a couple of weeks ago against Milton, losing that game 14-6, 14-8. Played very well that day. A late touchdown got the job done for Milton that day. It was 14-8. Kendall back to, no, he's going to hand it off out of the shotgun this time. And a nice run there by Chalmers. Chalmers across the 35-yard line. Blue Devils are doing a really nice job of mixing things up here between Chalmers and Shanholzer, sprinkling a little bit of pass in there. They ran the fullback down on the previous drive, Lynch, to get the score. Right now, they've got Windsor really off balance here. DiDomenico goes out wide to the left side. Seelick is on the right side. Kendall takes the snap, comes down the line on the option, and it's going to be a holding call there on Poultney. As Kendall, seeing that a Yellow Jacket defensive player came through pretty much untouched, got in there and tried to help his teammate, but in the process gets called for the holding penalty. So that's going to put the Blue Devils back. And we've got the trainer going across the field. It's a little break in the action for that.
Why are you guys like, awkward?
So 10-yard penalty on the hold. We'll put Poultney back.
It'll still be second down, 15.
At about the 25-yard line. And it'll be 2nd and 15 coming up here for Poultney. They lead at 14-0. 9.5 minutes to go here in the half. Kendall out of the gun, a receiver left. 2 in a bunch here on the right side. Kendall looking to pass, rolls, and overthrows the intended receiver, DiDomenico. It's incomplete. So it's going to be 3rd down and 15 coming up here.
Yep.
For the Blue Devils. So we'll see if Windsor can get a stop here and get the ball back. Only down a couple of scores. Big play here for the Yellowjackets on 3rd and 15. Kendall rolling. He's got heavy pressure. Gets away, looking to pass, throws down the sideline for Seelick, and it's incomplete. Zachary Young back there defensively for the Yellowjackets, so Poultney will need to punt it away here with this 14-0 lead and back in their own territory on a 4th and 15. So Windsor gets the stop they needed. Now can they translate it into points? Is going to be the question for the Yellowjackets here. And looks like going back will be Morgan Johnson. Johnson will stay at the 40. Kendall awaits the snap, and the snap is over his head. He'll go back and get it. And they're going to be somewhat fortunate. It's going to go out of bounds at the 23-yard line. However, it could have been worse. Not exactly the ideal situation, but give Kendall credit for at least being able to pick that up, scramble a little bit, then kick it slightly out of there. As I said, it could have turned out worse. But nonetheless, huge opportunity here for the Yellowjackets as they have 1st down 10 just inside the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And the ball comes loose. And getting right back on top of it was Doxer. So Petchke got the handoff there to Dockster. A little trouble with the exchange. It comes loose, but Dockster doing the absolute right thing that coaches teach, and that's get right back on top of it. Don't try to pick it up and run, because that only leads to probably more problems most of the time. So a real nice job of pouncing right back on it by Dockster. Nonetheless, the loss of 3 brings up 2nd and 13. Petchke, they're going to run the counter. That looks like the old Poultney counter play back in the day. But Mike Seelig's not having it. It was Morgan Johnson on the carry. But Seelig was all over it. Great play by Seelig. As I said, that's an old play out of the Dave Catman playbook for years with the Blue Devils, that old wingback counter. So it's 3rd and long coming up here for Windsor. At the Poultney 26-yard line, Blue Devils lead at 14-0. They'll keep it on the ground for Dockster. He gets up to the 25.
Number 60,
Isaiah Kerber on the tackle for the Blue Devils. And it's going to be 4th down and about 11 for the Yellowjackets. 7:15 to go in the 2nd quarter. Quarterback takes the snap, rolls out right, looking. It's caught. A flag is down. And on the reception, it's Zachary Young for the Yellowjackets, but there's a flag. It's going to be a 1st down if the play stands. Yep. It's going to be defensive holding. And so it's going to be a 1st down for Windsor as they look to get some points on the board, down 14-0 before they go to halftime.
That's 4. Yeah,
so Poultney will decline the penalty because it would have been more yardage for the Yellowjackets had they accepted it. So they'll put the ball down at about the 12-yard line. 1st and 10 Yellowjackets. Start the clock back up. Yellowjackets, as you can see, out of the huddle. Turtle Petchke brings them up to the line of scrimmage. He has Burke in the backfield with him, as well as Dockster. And the Blue Devils jump, unless they were drawn, but looks like it's going to be offsides. Penalties have been what has kept this game close here. So that's going to move the ball inside the 10 to about the 7-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 5 for the Yellowjackets. They'll send a receiver out to the right side. That is Young. They'll send a man in motion. They'll toss it to the right side. Big hole. And touchdown, Windsor. Jack Burke with the touchdown run for the Yellowjackets. And they have cut the deficit to 14-6 here. So we'll see if they line up for the 2-point conversion. Looks like they might kick it. They will kick it. On to do the kicking is number 8, Oliver Berkland.
First coach, I just figured this player.
And they'll try to cut their deficit in half here.
They didn't adjust call. We got guys in the ground.
And the kick is up. And it is through. Good looking extra point kick there by Berkland. And as they come up the field here at Dean Houghton Field in Poultney, 6:22 to go in the second quarter, it is Poultney 14, the Windsor Yellowjackets 7. And of course, we have a lot of great sponsors who help bring the game your way each and every week here. And don't forget our sponsors help them out. Right there, we are Hoagland Property Management, Commercial and Residential, Lawn and Landscaping Services, Property Transformations and Snow Removal, Granville, New York, 518-222-0018. That's Hoagland Property Management. Also by Skeen Valley Group Insurance and Real Estate, with offices in Whitehall, Granville, and Cambridge. Make just one call for all your insurance needs and real estate needs, 518-948-2928. Skeen Valley Group, with offices in Whitehall, Granville, and Cambridge. So, Windsor getting ready to kick it back to the Blue Devils. Berkland, who just made that extra point, doing the kicking. And it's going to be taken by Talon Chalmers. He's got the 20, 25, 30. Tries to cut back. And it's going to be a face mask call coming up here.
Blue Devils return by number 10, Talon Chalmers, for 22 yards.
And he runs it all the way back to the 34-yard line, but they're going to get more yardage than that with the face mask.
Fairly brush.
It's going to be the shorter variety. It's the 5-yard face mask as he just touched the face mask, did not grab it and turn the head or anything like that. So the 5-yard penalty is going to start the Blue Devils at their own 40-yard line, first down 10. They lead at 14-7. Blue Devils jumped out to that 14-0 lead, but Windsor put together a nice drive and has cut the lead in half. Chips for the Blue Devils to the left side now. Kendall works from the shotgun. Kendall's going to toss it out here to the right side. This is Shanholzer, and he gets maybe a yard. Well defended there by the Yellowjackets. Most notably, number 66, Tyler Saragusa. As I said, very famous last name through football circles. Don't know if there's any relation to Tony, but you sit there and joke about that. Like I said, I had Barry Melrose, famous hockey announcer, famous hockey coach and players' grandson in my class for a little while, so you just never know. 2nd and 9. Anderson goes in motion. Kendall's going to keep it on the ground. Shanholzer, nothing there. And once again, it was Saragusa. 33 was also there. Colin LeBert.
And number 60,
So it's going to be 3rd and a long 8 coming up here for the Blue Devils. So Windsor looking to get the ball back and trying to potentially go down and tie and take the lead if they can come up with a big stop here late in the second quarter. Kendall takes a snap, fakes the handoff. He's got heavy pressure from behind, and the ball comes loose, and Kendall got it back. Once again, it was Saragusa coming through and providing the pressure. So Poultney facing 4th and long here. 4th and about 20. Will look to punt. And going back for the Yellowjackets once again will be Morgan Johnson. And a chance for Windsor to go down and get even here. Possibly took the lead with a two-point conversion. Kendall with a low line drive kick, angling toward the sideline. Goes out of bounds in Poultney territory at the 45-yard line. So the Yellowjackets are going to have good field position and 3:49 to work with. Poultney took the lead with a couple of indulged pizza touchdowns. And now Windsor looking to come back and tie it up. Here's the handoff on the counter and some running room. And that is Aiden Doxter on the carry. Chalmers on the tackle, but about a 6-yard pickup is going to bring up second down and 4 for the Yellowjackets. And they have seemed to have found something here offensively after struggling to move the ball their first 3 drives. They've got things clicking good here right now. They're going to send a receiver out to the right side. Zachary Young. Petchke underneath the center, takes a snap. They're going to run a counter once again, trying to get outside. And they've got the first down. And that's going to be possibly a flag. We'll see if they throw a flag. Over there on the tackle was Cole Lynch. Going to be a first down at the 30-yard line. Blue Devils fortunate there that they did not get penalized. So first down and 10 Yellowjackets. Young out to the left side. Colonel Petchke underneath the center. He'll sweep it to the left. They try to turn the corner and get outside. There's a flag being thrown in. And now we've got a little scuffle at the end of the play.
Sure do. Talk about how you have time with Ryan Settlers. There's a flag on it.
It's going to be holding on Windsor. So that's going to push it back 10 yards.
I think sure. They got coffee.
And so that's going to put them back at the 37-yard line.
First down and 17 for the Yellowjackets after the penalty. Yep.
So going out wide to the right side is Gabriel Moffett, number 85. They got a receiver in the slot as well. That is Johnson. Petchke setting up the screen. And they had him, but he got away. Still on his feet to the 20, to the 15, and down to the 10. Looks like it's going to be close to first and goal. Well-designed screen pass by Windsor.
Pass by number 6.
And an even better run by Doxter. That's going to be at the 9-yard line, just inside the 10. So first down and goal for the Yellowjackets. Going to send a receiver out wide to the right side. Turtle Petchke brings them up to the line on first and goal. Trying to get even here, the Windsor Yellowjackets, before halftime. And they'll keep it on the ground. Big hole on the left side inside the 5 for Doxter.
Grab by number 10, Braden Doxter, pick up the 5 on the play.
Doxter inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line. It's going to be second down and goal from the 4. So the Yellowjackets 4 yards away from tying. They could take the lead with a 2-point conversion. Petchke brings them up to the line of scrimmage. And looks like maybe a broken play. That's going to be a loss of yardage. Isaiah Kerber coming through for the Blue Devils. And that's going to be a loss back to, looks like they're going to put it down at about the 8. So a big play defensively when they needed it there by the Blue Devils. 3rd and goal now from the 8 for the Yellowjackets. So can Poultney come up with a big stand? We were just talking about, can the Yellowjackets get in the end zone and try to tie it or take the lead here before the break? Poultney on the other side of the coin trying to make a big stand here. Zachary Young out wide to the left side. Doxter goes in motion. And they're going to stop at about the 6-yard line, it looks like. It was Doxter on that motion and the counter. And once again, Kerber's there. It's going to be a timeout called by the Yellowjackets. And we're down to just 28 seconds left to go before halftime. And it's going to be 4th and goal for the Yellowjackets. Today's game brought to you by our touchdown sponsor, Indulge Pizza, your place for pizza, wings, subs, salads, and so much more. Something for everyone. Dine in, take out, or get delivery with DoorDash. Call 518-345-5300. They're open Thursday through Monday. Find them online or on Facebook for more details. That's Indulge Pizza of Granville. Also by Lake Champlain Coal Company, your local fuel supplier, fuel oil, propane, kerosene at the pump, making warm friends for 5 generations. And they are our sponsor of our Nivant Media Sports Lake Champlain Coal Company Player of the Game. Lake Champlain Coal Company, they make warm friends. 28 seconds left in the half. Big play here. 4th down goal for Windsor. They send a receiver out to the left side. That is Young. Doxter's in the slot on the right. He'll go in motion now. And they'll keep it on the ground. And the Blue Devils are going to respond and swarm the football and make the stop. That was Jack Burke on the carry. Number 44. So big stop there for the Blue Devils. And they will likely here, with the waning seconds to go in the half, 19 seconds, they will likely, I would think, play it safe here at the 6-yard line, probably take a knee and go to the locker room with a 14-7 lead. So that looks like what they're going to do right here. Just heard those very words from the sideline. And there's going to be a timeout first by Windsor. So we've got more high school football coming your way next weekend. Eric and I will hit the road, and I mean a long ways down the road, when we head to Cobleskill. I was going to say our first trip there, but actually our second. We were there for the playoffs last year. As Cobleskill Richmondville hosts Fonda Fultonville. Just a reminder, stick around. That is a big, big ball game. Both of them haven't seen all the scores from last night. They both came into last night unbeaten. So Cobleskill Richmondville hosting Fonda Fultonville. We'll have it right here on Nivant Media Sports next Friday night. And also, we're going to be doing 1st and 10 with Keith Harrington. We're going to be live at Cobleskill. Well, not live, taped. We'll be there live, right, Eric? We'll be live, but it'll be run on Thursday. We'll be recording the show in Cobleskill at Cobleskill High School. So we're going to be making a couple of long hikes, Eric, to Cobleskill, one on Tuesday, one on Friday night. We need to get the company jet fired up. Got to get a hold of Mark and say, where's the company jet? Get that fueled up at the Argyle International Airport. So we go to halftime here at Dean Houghton Field in Poultney. And our score, the Blue Devils 14, the Windsor Yellowjackets 7. We'll step away for about 15 minutes here while the teams go and talk with their coaches and collect their thoughts, build their strategy, and then we'll be back for the second half. This is high school football on Nivet Media Sports. Welcome back to Dean Houghton Field in Poultney as we get ready to go with the third quarter. 14-7 Blue Devils over Windsor. Poultney jumped out to a 14-0 lead. They got a touchdown pass from Eric Kendall to Mike Seelick. They got a touchdown run from the fullback, Cole Lynch.
The second half kickoff.
And that got them out to the 14-0 lead. But then Windsor came back with a touchdown to get within 14-7. And then they had a chance late in the second quarter to possibly get even. They drove as close as the 4-yard line, but the Blue Devils turned them away. And Poultney will get the football first here to start the third quarter. Birkeland has it on the tee for the Yellowjackets. And it's going to be a short angling kick. And falling on it's going to be DiDomenico for the Blue Devils. And they'll go on offense, first down and 10. First possession here in the third quarter. So they'll start at the 30-yard line, first down 10. We've been here twice this year, and we've seen really good football games both times. We'll be back here again later in the season for one more. Trips to the left for the Blue Devils. Kendall's going to work out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands off straight up the middle. Shandholzer. He picks up close to 5 yards, up to the 35-yard line. It's going to be second down and 5. So a good start here for Poultney on their first play from scrimmage of the third quarter. Blue Devils break the huddle, second down and 5 from the 35-yard line. They'll once again go trips on the left side. Shotgun formation here, as they've been all afternoon. Kendall goes back to pass, throws to Seelick. Seelick looking to evade a tackler. He's not going to. There's a flag down. Lost a couple of yards on the play. And we'll see what the flag is. The flag is nothing. So that answers that question. Seelick able to get back to the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be third down and 5 for the Blue Devils. They lead at 14-7 third quarter here at Dean Houghton Field. Nice ceremony at halftime, inducting Dean Houghton into the Poultney Hall of Fame here at Poultney High School. Seelick goes out to the left side, DiDomenico right, Anderson slot right, and the snap gets away from Kendall. He chases it down. He's got a whole bunch of Yellowjackets after him, and he's going to go down back behind the 25-yard line. So big loss of yardage there. It's going to bring up third down and long for the Blue Devils. It's going to be third about 15 here as the ball back to the 25-yard line. And it's going to be fourth down. So they will bring the punt team on. And dropping back is going to be Morgan Johnson. Kendall to do the kicking. And once again, Windsor's going to have a shot here with good field position, barring anything disastrous happening. Kendall drops back, gets the snap, and he's going to go for it. And he has got a long way still to go for the first down. And he's going to be run out of bounds way short. And Windsor is going to go on offense with really good field position. They'll take it over at the Poultney 30-yard line. So Windsor reacted very well to that. Swarmed the ball over on the left side of the field. Zach Young comes out wide to the left side. Turtle Petchke brings him up to the line of scrimmage, takes the snap, hands off to the first man through, and he's going to lose yardage. He's going to be hit behind the line of scrimmage. That is Morgan Johnson. Johnson loses 2 yards. It'll be second down and 12. So good start defensively here in the third quarter for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, that came off of no push up front.
See if Windsor can take advantage of this excellent field position here. Lost, though, a couple yards on that first play. Second down and 12. Petchke calls the signals, and the center went blasting ahead quickly, opened up a big hole for him, and he followed it through. No one was over the center, so that allowed Petchke to get good yardage on the play.
Down and 3.
And he's going to get 7 yards up to the 25-yard line. It's going to be third down and 3 coming up here. So Windsor on the move here. 4 down territory for sure. They'll use 2 downs to get this first down here, down 14-7 in the third quarter, and with excellent field position to take advantage of here. So third down coming up for the Yellowjackets. Petchke sends a man in motion, and he'll run it straight ahead on a keeper. And he's going to have the first down to the 10-yard line. It's going to be very close to first and goal. Kendall on the tackle for the Blue Devils.
First and goal from the Poultney 10-yard line.
Coming up on 8 minutes to go, third quarter. 14-7 Poultney. But the Yellowjackets closing in for the second time here on a tying or go-ahead score, as they have one opportunity late in the second quarter. Petchke underneath the center, sends a man in motion. They'll run the counter. They'll turn it up on the right side, and
down to 22.
they're down about the 5-yard line. That was Johnson on the carry on that counter.
52.
Braden Schreiber on the tackle for the Blue Devils. But second down and goal at the 5 now for Windsor. Trailing by a score. Yellowjackets up to the line of scrimmage. Young comes out to the left side. Runner goes in motion. They'll hand it off inside to Burke. Burke's going to be brought down by Cole Lynch, it looked like. But gets into the 2-yard line. Third down and goal. Yellowjackets at the 2-yard line. 6:41 to go. Third quarter, 14-7 Blue Devils. Windsor was down here late second quarter, and the Blue Devils came up with a big stand. Let's see if they can do it again. Young goes out wide to the right side. Burke is in the backfield behind Petchke. They'll send a man in motion. This is a fake to Burke, and they're going to run right up the middle for the touchdown. And it was Turtle Petchke with a 2-yard run, and that makes it now 14-13. Comes with 6:15 to go third quarter, and they'll bring on their kicker for the extra point kick. That is Oliver Berkland to try to tie it. Berkland's kick is up. It is good. So the Yellowjackets drive downfield, and their opening possession of the third quarter, they get the touchdown run from Petchke, the extra point kick by Berkland, and we're now tied at 14 here at Dean Houghton Field in Poultney, Vermont on Nivant Media Sports. This afternoon's game brought to you by Telescope Casual Furniture of Granville, manufacturing in Granville for over 100 years. They're voted the ICFA Manufacturer of the Year in 2019, 2021, and 2022. Family-owned and operated business focusing on comfort, style, quality, and world-class customer service. That's Telescope Casual Furniture of Granville, sponsors of our Telescope Furniture Broadcast Center. Also, A1 Sewer and Drain, offering residential and commercial drain, sewer, and septic tank services, serving Rutland and surrounding counties since 1984. Whatever sewer or drain problems are happening in or around your property, they can fix it. A1 Sewer and Drain, 157 Quality Lane, Rutland, Vermont. Call 438-5722. So Oliver Berkland to kick it here for the Yellowjackets, who have tied it at 14 on the Petchke 2-yard run. So Poultney jumped out to a 14-0 lead, but the Yellowjackets have come storming back. So now it's up to Poultney to see if they can answer. And here's the kick. It's a short kick. It's going to be taken and then bobbled by Chalmers. He's going to pick it up, looking for some room to run. And he's going to get outside to the 25, 30, 35, still up the sideline. And finally brought down right about midfield. And on the tackle for the Yellowjackets was number 83, Silas Dower. That's the old adage, making something out of nothing. Because he had bobbled it, gone backwards. And sometimes you see that on plays such as that. When you do have a little miscue like that, sometimes the coverage overruns the play. And I think that's what happened there and gave Chalmers some room to go outside. First down and 10 for the Blue Devils, right at midfield, tied at 14. Kendall's going to hand off to Chalmers, spins, and gets about 4 yards, and a flag is going to come in late. That's going to be holding on Poultney. So that's going to cost the Blue Devils 10 yards. So what was a positive gain for Chalmers is going to end up with that back at the 40-yard line. So it's going to be first and 20 for Poultney. We are tied at 14 here in the third quarter at Dean Houghton Field. On the day Dean Houghton was inducted into the Poultney High School Hall of Fame. Kendall out of the shotgun, drops back to pass, rolling, throws underneath. He's got a man open. It's Seelick. Seelick at the 50, 45, and out of bounds over near the 40-yard line. And very well designed play. Just Seelick coming across the middle there. And the crowd irate. We couldn't see the play as it ran out of our camera area here. It's going to be just short. It's going to be a 9-yard pickup on the play. So it's going to be second and less than a yard. And both teams being cleared off the field here with 5:29 to go. The officials conferencing. Both teams going to their respective benches.
Anybody got me on the radio over there? Make sure you let the officials know that they're calling out the announcement. They're going to go after.
So here we go after a little break in the action. Was somebody invited to leave? That's the way I heard it put it. One game this year, somebody has been invited to exit the building. Now they are going to call it a first down. At first, they had second and short over there. So they're going to put the ball down at the 40-yard line. Here's Kendall. Kendall with a toss for Chalmers. Chalmers cuts it inside, spins across the 35 to about the 32. Nice run there by Chalmers. With 5:08 to go here in the third quarter, we're tied at 14. The fire whistle, is it me or has the fire whistle been going off all afternoon here in Poultney? Either they're testing it or there's been multiple alarms. Domenico comes out wide to the right. Anderson's in the slot. They'll keep it on the ground for Chalmers. Gets a nice block from Kendall. Jumps over a would-be tackler and gets down close to the 30-yard line.
Number 10, Chalmers on the game. 2 on the play. Will be 3rd down and 1.
And 9-yard pickup on the play by Chalmers. Down to the 31-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd and short for Poultney. Anderson, Domenico go out to the left side. Both Chalmers and Shanholzer in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to Shanholzer. And he's going to be very close to the first down. And it is going to be a Blue Devil first down. Things pretty chippy here. And you got a team with 1 win and a team without a win trying to get one. Things can get testy.
10, 29-yard line.
They'll put the ball down right on the 30. First down 10 for the Blue Devils. Clock running, 3:07 to go, third quarter. We're tied at 14. Seelick goes out to the left side. Domenico to the right. Anderson's in the slot left. Kendall, with Chalmers behind him, comes down the line on the option. Is going to hand to Chalmers. 25-20. Knocked out of bounds on the near side. And it's got to be close to a first down by Chalmers. And they did. He picked up 12. So he got inside the 20 to about the 18. Actually, they put it right down on the 20. So it's going to be first down and 10 from the 20-yard line here for the Blue Devils. 2:49 to go in the quarter. We're tied at 14 here at Dean Houghton Field. On Nivett Media Sports. Trips to the left side this time. The tight end Lynch is on the right. Chalmers in the backfield with Kendall. Kendall takes a snap. The read option. Hands off to Chalmers. Chalmers has the 15, and he gets slammed down by a host of Yellowjackets down near the 12-yard line. But positive yardage there. Running that
second down and 3.
read option with Kendall. And Chalmers rides the hip of the runner right down the line, making the read of the defense before making a decision on whether to keep or hand. And it's been successful here in this third quarter. Second down and 4 for Poultney inside the 15 at about the 14-yard line. We go under 2 minutes to play, third quarter. Here's the fullback, Lynch. Lynch, we saw him with that nice touchdown run in the second quarter. Another nice run there. 5-yard pickup for Lynch. And they put the ball down at about the 7 or 8-yard line. Looks like the 8. It's going to be first down and goal coming up here for the Blue Devils. So they don't put the ball in the hands of Lynch, the fullback, very often. They usually don't even have a fullback in there. Usually he's lined up like a tight end, kind of an H-back. But when they do, he's been successful running the football. DiDomenico and Seelig come out to the right side. Low snap. Kendall has to get on it. It's still free. And Windsor thinks they've got it. And looks like Kendall got it back. Kendall had it, and then it came skittering out of there. And just as Kendall was reaching out to pull it back in, a Yellow Jacket player dove in there, and it looked like he might have had a shot at it. We go under 40 seconds to play, third quarter. Second and goal from the 6 here. Actually lost yardage there, so back to about the 11. So second goal from the 11. For the Blue Devils, should be the last play of the quarter. Kendall rolling out, looking. He's got Seelig. Touchdown! It's an 11-yard touchdown pass from Eric Kendall to Mike Seelig. And the Blue Devils back on top, 20-14. So a big touchdown pass. It looked like, except the other end of the field and the other corner, it looked like the same play that they scored on earlier in the game, back in the first quarter. So the extra point kick coming up. Kendall out of the Ethan Anderson hold here to try to make it 21-14. It's a very, very important extra point. 14 seconds left in the third quarter. And the kick is right into the line. No good. That could end up being very, very important in this football game, as it was blocked by the Yellow Jackets. A low kick to begin with. So, nonetheless, 11-yard touchdown pass. Kendall to Seelig. And it's now 20-14 Blue Devils. 14 seconds left in the third quarter. Today's game being brought to you by York Coachworks. It's unfortunate when accidents happen. Your York Coachworks offers quality auto body and collision repairs for trucks, cars, boats, and RVs. They work for you with your insurance company. Quality service since 1978, located at 1075 Vermont Route 30 in Poultney, Vermont. That's York Coachworks of Poultney. Also brought to you by Michelle's Sweet Creations Bakery and Sweets. Delicious sweet treats, cinnamon buns, cupcakes, cookies, pies and tarts, brownies, scones, Pop-Tarts, wedding cakes. Cakes and special orders, please order in advance. Michelle's Sweet Creations Bakery and Sweets, 596 Main Street, Castleton, Vermont. Glad to have those sponsors along with us. 14 seconds left to go in the third quarter. The Blue Devils led 14-0. Windsor came back to tie it at 14. And now the Blue Devils back on top 20-14 on the 11-yard touchdown pass, Kendall to Seelig. Here's the kick, line drive right down the middle of the field, goes up the head of Doxter. It's going to go back into the end zone. Somebody yelling, he touched it, which absolutely means nothing on a kick like that. He can touch it, bobble it around, do about anything he wants. Because it's a live football the minute it's kicked on a kickoff, unlike a punt, which does have to be touched. A kickoff is a live ball right from the get-go. After it goes 10 yards, anybody can recover it. Thus, the onside kick philosophy. So, first down and 10 Windsor after the touchback at the 20-yard line. This, as I said before, could be the last play of the third quarter. Petchke takes the snap, hands off. This is Doxter. And he's going to be picked up and thrown down by Chalmers. But not before he picks up some yardage. Well, 3 yards pickup on the play by Doxter. And that will be the end of the third quarter here at Dean Houghton Field in Poultney. And at the end of 3 quarters of play here at Dean Houghton Field in Poultney, it is the Poultney Blue Devils 20 and the Windsor Yellowjackets 14. And high school football on Nivea Media Sports brought to you by O'Shea Insurance Agency. Sensible protection, affordable prices. Home, auto, farm, business. Recreational and life insurance, working for your best interests. O'Shea Insurance, 1387 Vermont Route 4A, West Castleton, Vermont. That's O'Shea Insurance of Castleton. Also brought to you by Ravenna Shop and Save and Hoosick Valley Shop and Save, your hometown grocery stores where community comes first. You can always count on Ravenna Shop and Save and Hoosick Valley Shop and Save to support our community's youth, both on and off the field. Stop in today and experience service with heart. Ravenna Shop and Save of Ravenna and Hoosick Valley Shop and Save of Schaghticoke. So we go to the fourth quarter here. The Blue Devils of Poultney looking for their first win with a 20-14 lead here going to the fourth quarter. Don't forget, coming up next weekend, Friday night, we will be in Cobleskill, New York, for a very big Section 2 Class C matchup. The Bulldogs of Cobleskill taking on Fonda Fultonville. And a very big Class C matchup. Here we go in the fourth quarter. Second down and about 5.
Man, we got to work.
So Petchke brings them up to the line of scrimmage. Stoppage here. The head referee over there having a word with the Windsor sideline. And now it looks like we're ready to go. Don't forget, following today's game, we'll be picking our Lake Champlain Coal Company player of the game. We'll go down and interview our player of the game on the field right after the game. And man, right now it's up for grabs. Got Mike Seelick with a couple of big touchdown catches for the Blue Devils. Eric Kendall with a pair of touchdown throws. Talon Chalmers, certainly a guy that could be in that discussion with his ball carrying and play on the defensive side of the ball as well. For our Lake Champlain Coal Company player of the game, which we'll announce at the conclusion of today's contest. And as I said, we'll go down on the field and interview our player of the game. So still some discussion and delay going on here. Besides our game next week in Cobleskill, Richmond, Fonda, Fultonville, we'll also be doing 1st and 10 there on Tuesday. Looking forward to going down into Bulldog Nation. Haven't been down there in about a year, right? We were down there for the playoffs last year. So here we go on 2nd and about 8. Petchke underneath the center. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's got some running room down the sideline. That is Burke on the carry. And Burke's going to be hauled down by Kendall. A touchdown-saving tackle there by Kendall. But a great run from Burke. Down to near the 20-yard line.
51 by number 11, Jack Burke for Windsor.
So it's going to be just shy of the 20-yard line at about the 22. First down and 10, but Kendall, what a great job chasing him down. Did not give up on the play and was able to save a touchdown there. But first down and 10, Windsor at the Blue Devil 22-yard line, 11:10 to go, 2014 Poultney. Doxter goes in motion. He'll take the handoff, and one of his blockers fell down and got blocked down right in front of him. And it was Shanholzer that was there. So big play by Shanholzer, lost 3 on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 13 back at the 25-yard line. Shanholzer just shoved the blocker right into the path of the ball carrier.
Yeah.
So it's 2nd and 13. The receiver comes out here wide to the right side. Petschke on the quarterback sneak, and Blue Devils were ready for it this time.
Quarterback number 6. Get him through the play.
2-yard pickup on the play by Petschke.
57, Jaden Kelly.
Kelly and Casey on the tackle. And it's going to be 3rd down and 11. So big play coming up right here for both squads. Blue Devils looking to get a stop here, try to get their hands back on the ball and try to run some clock with this 20-14 lead, maybe add to that lead. Windsor looking to get out and tie this up with a score of their own. Shoot comes out here to the right side. Rolling out to pass is Turtle Petschke. He throws and almost intercepted by Shanholzer. He had his hands on it, just could not haul it in. But still a fine defensive play by Oliver Shanholzer. Even though he could not haul that in, still a heck of a play to break that up. And Windsor, with a key 4th down coming up here, is going to take a timeout and talk it over. They're going to have 4th down and 11.
From the middle of 23-yard line. So
let's go to our, well, I don't think we are going to go to our sponsors because they're right back out there very quickly. So we'll have to wait on that. 4th down and 11. Yellowjackets at the 23-yard line of Poultney. Big play in this football game here with 9:34 to go. Petschke, they're going to run the counter. They've got room outside on the left, cut it back inside, and they're going to hold them short. And it was Eric Kendall there with the tackle. And Poultney's going to take over on downs with 9:23 to go. And a 20-14 lead. So a big stop, second big stop for the Blue Devils. They have one in the second quarter where Windsor got down inside the 5. So first down and 10, Poultney. At about the 18-yard line. Seelick has those 2 touchdown catches, goes out wide to the right. Anderson slot left. Now he'll go in motion. Kendall back to pass, has pressure. They set up the screen for Chalmers, and he's chopped down. What a nice play defensively. That was Morgan Johnson, number 22, for the Yellowjackets. Very nice play. It looks like they lost a couple. It's going to be 2nd down and 12, but what a good play by Johnson. Getting in, cutting the ankles out from underneath. So 2nd down and 12. Blue Devils need to be a little bit cautious down here with that 2014 lead. Don't want to give it back to Windsor with ideal field position. Kendall takes the snap. Going to keep it on the ground this time. Running room for Chalmers. Cuts it back. Makes a tackler miss and gets the ball up to the 25-yard line. What a beautiful run by Chalmers. What a nice move by slipping the one defender. by Talon Chalmers. It's going to be 3rd and about 4 coming up here for the Blue Devils, a very makeable 3rd and 4 to keep this drive alive. Big play here for the Windsor defense as they'd like to stop them and get the ball back with another opportunity to go down and tie or win the game. Kendall takes a snap, rolling, looking, now decides to tuck it and run. And right near the first down marker, Kendall thinks it's a first down. And it is going to be enough for a first down. So huge first down picked up there by Kendall, as that's going to give the Blue Devils at least 3 more downs to run clock with 7:35 to go in the ball game and a 20-14 lead. So that was a huge first down. Seelick goes out wide to the left side. 2 receivers right. Kendall out of the shotgun takes a snap. They keep it on the ground and well defended there by the Yellowjackets. It was Talon Chalmers on the carry.
Down in 9.
Picked up a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Protecting the football, using the clock. The name of the game right now for the Blue Devils. Adding points on would be a bonus situation for them. But in theory, they've got enough points to win the game if they are able to keep getting first downs. DiDomenico, Anderson out to the left. Seelick on the right side. Kendall works from the shotgun, takes a snap, goes back to pass, throws it out here, and it's over the head of DiDomenico. That's going to be 3rd and 9. And that's helpful for Windsor because it stops the clock with 6:22 to go. So that played right into the hands of the Yellowjackets. So big play coming up here again, 3rd and 9. We'll see what Coach Andrew Bretting draws up here. Trips on the right side this time. Kendall, where he's been all day out of the shotgun, takes a snap, hands off, and there's nothing doing. They've got Chalmers behind the line of scrimmage. And it was number 70, I think, that was there first, Tristan Merrill. And the Blue Devils will have to punt it away here. .5:57, the clock moving. So plenty of time here for the Yellowjackets. Kendall will do the punting. Johnson back deep. Doxter back at about the 47. It's a good snap. Kendall with a pretty good kick. It's going to bounce just past midfield. Johnson's got it. Might have been a face mask there. DiDomenico. Flag down way back behind the play. That's not going to be a face mask flag because that's way behind where the face mask took place.
In between fist bumps.
It's going to be illegal shift on the Blue Devils. It'll be declined. The Poultney very lucky they didn't get extra yardage tacked on for a face mask there. So Windsor is going to take over at the Blue Devil 40-yard line. 5:19 to play. 20-14. Poultney looking for their first win of the season. Windsor looking for their second. Turtle Petchke brings them up to the line of scrimmage. Takes a snap, hands off to Burke. Burke's going to be wrapped up. Isaiah Kerber on the tackle for Poultney. Burke got the ball up just shy of the 35-yard line, caught the 36, picked up 3. Second down and 7. They're going to send a receiver out wide left. That is Shoot. Burke is in the backfield. They'll hand to Burke. Kelly almost had him behind the line of scrimmage. He gets across the 35-yard line. Shanholzer was there. 55, Landon Gibbs in on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 5 coming up here for Windsor. 4:19 to play in the ball game. The Blue Devils with a 20-14 lead. Windsor trying to tie it with a touchdown, and they could win it with an extra point. Petchke brings them up to the line of scrimmage. Sends a man in motion. They'll hand to the motion man. Turns it up inside. That is Morgan Johnson. And Johnson up around the 30-yard line. He's got the first down. They'll put it down at the 29-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Yellowjackets. Well, both times we've come here to Poultney this year, it's come right down to the wire. That's the case again. About 3:40 to go in the ball game. 20-14 Blue Devils, but Windsor on the move. Shoot comes out wide to the right side. Doxter and Burke in the backfield behind Petchke. And he'll toss it to the right side for Burke. Burke going to get outside, turns the corner, down the sideline, and he's in the end zone for the Windsor touchdown.
19-yard touchdown run by Windsor.
19-yard touchdown run by Burke, and we're tied at 20. And coming up, the all-important extra point. And so far, the Yellowjackets have been kicking.
No.
Near extra points with Oliver Birkland. So the all-important extra point right here. Birkland's kick is up, and it is good. 3:19 to go in the ball game here at Dean Houghton Field in Poultney. Our score, Windsor 21, Poultney 20. And let's have a look at our sponsors for this afternoon's game, such as Hoagland Property Management, commercial and residential lawn and landscaping services, property transformations, and snow removal of Granville, New York. Call 518-222-0018. That's Hoagland Property Management of Granville. Also, Skeen Valley Group, insurance and real estate with offices in Whitehall, Granville, and Cambridge. Make just one call for all your insurance and real estate needs. 518-948-2928. Skeen Valley Group, insurance and real estate with offices in Whitehall, Granville, and Cambridge. 21-20 Windsor. Burke with his second touchdown run of the afternoon. Burke certainly a candidate for our Lake Champlain Coal Player of the Game, but still very much up for grabs here in a one-point game with 3:19 to go. Kendall
Get down there.
is back.
Get. Let's go, buddy. Fly.
Along with Chalmers.
Fly down. Here we go.
Birkland with the kick. And it's going to bounce and be taken by Kendall. Kendall at the 15, 20, 25. Looking to get outside. Driven out of bounds over on the far side. Shy of the 30-yard line, or up around the 30-yard line. So it's going to be 1st down and 10 coming up for Poultney, down 21-20 with just over 3 minutes to go. So the Blue Devils need to put together a drive here. Very similar to the Milton game where they scored with like 3 minutes to go to take the lead in that one. The Blue Devils led 14-0. Windsor came back tied it at 14. Poultney went up 20-14 The extra point kick was blocked. And now Windsor, a touchdown from Jack Burke, and the conversion kick by Birkland. And they lead 21-20. Here's Kendall. Back to pass, throws over the middle. He's got the tight end Lynch, and he couldn't haul it in.
Personal, fast start.
So it's going to be incomplete. Second down and 10. So that was wide open. They just couldn't haul in the catch. So it's going to be second down and 10. For the Blue Devils. And everything's 4-down territory now at this point with 3:08 to go in the ballgame. Down a point. Here's Kendall going to keep it on the ground this time for Shanholzer. And not much there. Able to get it up past the 30. Picked up about 4 on the play. It'll be third down and 6 coming up here for the Blue Devils. And again, as I said, everything's going to be 4-down territory at this point, as they need to get first downs to keep things alive. Trips to the left here for the Blue Devils. Shanholzer again in the backfield with Kendall on third and about 7. Kendall rolling out, looking. He's got heavy pressure. Burke is there. He's going to throw. He's got a man open. It's Anderson. Anderson with the catch across the 45 to about the 46 or 47-yard line. Nice job directing traffic, telling Anderson where he wanted him to go by Kendall. Domenico comes out to the left side. Seelick to the right side. Anderson in the slot. 2:04 to go in the football game. First and 10. Timeout called by Windsor. I believe that's their second. So let's talk about our sponsors who help to bring high school football your way here on Nivet Media Sports, like Indulge Pizza. Game day or any day, dinner is solved at Indulge Pizza, your place for pizza, wings, subs, salads, and so much more. Something for everyone. Dine in, take out, or get delivery with DoorDash. Call 518-345-5300. Open Thursday through Monday. Find them online or on Facebook for more details. That's Indulge Pizza of Granville, our touchdown sponsor here on Nivet Media Sports. Also by Lake Champlain Coal Company, your local fuel supplier. Fuel oil, propane, kerosene at the pump, making warm friends for 5 generations. That's Lake Champlain Coal Company. We make warm friends, and they make warm friends by giving out the Player of the Game Award here on Nivet Media Sports. Our Lake Champlain Coal Company Player of the Game, very much still up for grabs at this point. 21-20 Windsor. Poultney with first and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They have Shanholzer behind the line of scrimmage. Back at about the 45-yard line. Lost 2 on the play. It's going to be second down and 12. Domenico out to the right side. Seelick also to the right. It's Trips on the right side now. Kendall takes the snap, looking. He's got pressure. Gets away from one would-be tackler. Now decides to tuck it and run. And gets out of bounds over on the far sideline. Still looking to see where they spot it. Looks like it's going to be right on the 45. Going to be about 3rd and 11 coming up for the Blue Devils here. Clock stopped with the ball going out of bounds with 1:16 to go. 21-20 Windsor.
Perfect.
2 receivers left, 1 to the right for the Blue Devils. Kendall out of the shotgun. takes a snap, back to pass, has pressure,
Beautiful.
and just throws it away. The blitz was coming and never had a chance.
As far as
And flying through there pretty much untouched to disrupt everything was Oliver Berkland. And there's a flag down. So Berkland with a, it's going to be intentional grounding. Yep. Correct call there.
Potential running on videos.
So now it's going to be 4th and a mile. I don't know what Coach Andrew Bretting's got to dial up here, but it's got to be something special. And minute 10 to go. I think Poultney has some timeouts left, so they could potentially stop the clock a couple times if they don't get the first down. Kendall back to pass, throws the screen. Shanholzer, he's got a long ways to go, and they're going to bring him down way short of the first down. And a late flag coming in.
There's a flag on the play.
And now another flag. 3 of them. So the officials getting together. 4 flags on the field.
No wonder.
So the head referee coming over to the Poultney bench. That's never good news. Slight delay to pick up all the laundry on the field down there. Talking with head coach Bretting. So 2 unsportsmanlike conduct calls against Poultney. And both after the change of possession. So that's going to be huge. So they are going to put the ball down at the 15-yard line with 1:01 to go for the Yellowjackets here. Burke is in the backfield behind Petchke. He's going to run it straight ahead. Get that clock running. The Blue Devils will stop it.
Pick up 3 yards on the play.
And we won't go to our sponsors here as we've gotten them all equal time at this point. So just a reminder that next week we will be on the road on Friday night, way down the road in Cobleskill, New York, as the Bulldogs. Our first visit to Bulldog country this year. The Bulldogs of Cobleskill, Richmondville host they used to be the Braves until all the, let me get my cell phone here. I believe maybe the Valley Hawks up on the Fultonville. That's the hard part here.
Definitely dropped.
Nonetheless, it'll be fun to Fultonville.
Okay.
And Cobleskill.
Second 7 at the 10-yard line.
And we'll also be going down there on Tuesday to test equipment and do our 1st and 10 show from Cobleskill, Richmondville High School. 2nd down here for the Yellowjackets. 56 seconds to play.
The head officials talking to Poultney.
So a delay here as the head referee is over talking to Coach Bretting. Petchke's going to go back to the sideline and have a final word over there. He got about 3 or 4 yards on that quarterback sneak. Now the head referee, I believe, is going to go all the way across to the other sideline and talk with Windsor. And now we might be ready to go for the last 56 seconds here. Petchke underneath the center, Doxter and Burke behind him, split backs.
There.
And it's going to be Petchke, and his knee went down. And Poultney will use a timeout. We believe it to possibly be their last.
Lots of 3 on the play.
3-yard loss there by Petchke. 49 seconds to go. So as I was saying, we'll be in Cobleskill, Richmondville next week for Cobleskill, Richmondville, and Fonda, Fultonville. We've got another trip back here to Poultney coming up later in the season. As I say, later in the season, starting to wind down here. We've got Granville Whitehall at home against Waterville, and what could be a game that could give G-Dub a home field advantage for the second straight year. Last year, Granville Whitehall getting their first playoff win in school history, beating Kennergy Fort Plain before losing to Cobleskill, Richmondville. But they'd like to get their second year in a row where they get a home game in the playoffs. So 3rd down at about 9. Here is Burke. Burke looking to get outside, cuts it in, close to the end zone. Touchdown! And that is the 3rd of the game for Jack Burke. So I think that solidifies our Lake Champlain Coal Company player of the game with his 3rd touchdown run. We said it was still up for grabs pending when it was 21-20, how this played out. And right there, I think that just put our Lake Champlain Coal Company player of the game in the back pocket of Jack Burke. As that was his 3rd of the game, 41 seconds to go. Makes it 27-20 Yellowjackets. I'll want to interview him after the game. Okay. I'll come down to the field. Conversion here. And they're going to hand to Doxter.
We got it.
And Doxter's in for the conversion. And that was a very big conversion because that makes it a 2-score game at 29-20. And if the Blue Devils had been able to stop that, they're only down a score. So a very big conversion run by Doxter. And it's now 29-20 Windsor. And time.
Make sure you tell them to keep their head.
41 seconds to go. So hard to believe how quickly the high school football season rolls on. As I said, we're going to be over in Vermont later in the season as well. I believe the 23rd of October will be in Fairhaven. Fairhaven Slaters in action that night, I believe, against Mount Anthony Union High School. So a couple trips back to Vermont here, one here to Poultney, one to Fairhaven. A trip to Cobleskill, a Granville game over at Sam Eppolito Field, and a trip to Ichabod Crane.
Got to get that one figured out.
As Ravina.
The question is, I just found out, where's Chatham?
Yes, they're merged with Chatham now. That's new this year.
The Ichabod Crane or at Chatham.
Either way.
We got to figure out where they're going.
Whether it's at Ichabod Crane or at Chatham, now they're merged. Still better keep the tank of gas filled up. Regardless of which team is hosting it. And they're both in those spots on the map where you can't get there from here any way easy. Kendall's going to take the kick at the 20 to the 25, looks to get outside 30, 35, steps out of bounds over on the far sideline. So we can now, I think, solidly say that our Lake Champlain Coal Company player of the game from the Windsor Yellowjackets is going to be Jack Burke, the sophomore, with 3 touchdown runs. And he's obviously figured things out today, and he's got a bright future ahead of him as a sophomore for the Yellowjackets. So congratulations, Jack Burke, our Lake Champlain Coal Company player of the game here on Niva Media Sports. And I'll be trying to get down and do a little Facebook interview here with Jack after the ball game. First down and 10. Blue Devils down 2 scores, 29-20. Here's Kendall rolling, and knocked out of bounds here, chased out of bounds on the near sideline. Not really knocked out of bounds. He picked up 7 yards. We're down to 29 seconds remaining. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us here. Our coverage of high school football and Niva Media Sports. Kendall back to pass. Throws. He's got Domenico. He's got the first out, the 50, 45. Knocked out of bounds over on the far sideline. Zachary Young was over there. And a flag back. It might be, is it going to be roughing the passer? Flag down right in the neighborhood of Eric Kendall. Right at the feet of Eric Kendall. And it is roughing the passer, personal foul. "22 seconds left on the clock. A huge penalty against the Yellowjackets. And boy, that 2-point conversion run's looking pretty big right now. As if the Blue Devils had stopped that conversion run, it'd be a 1-score game. That conversion made it a 2-score game. So that conversion run, huge right now. Kendall on first down. Back to pass, gets a good block there from Chalmers. Looking to throw. Seelig. And tried to get the one-hand grab on it. It goes incomplete. Had a shot. 10 seconds to go. Second down. So down in distance is not a factor. Seelig had a chance to come up with a miraculous grab on that. Here's Kendall. Back to pass. Throws. Incomplete. Berklander there to make the hit. Berklund, I should say. Berklund. Could be the last play of the game right here, barring a penalty. Kendall back to pass, throws, and incomplete. 2 seconds to go. I got to say, I've had a very interesting in-service on the rules here today. I don't mean that in a good way. Fourth down. And this should be the last play of the ball game. Kendall out of the shotgun, takes a snap, has pressure, steps up, throws, incomplete. And
for that player.
the clock is down to zeros.
And thank you for coming to today's game. Please remember to.
And Windsor is going to come in here to Poultney and grab a 29-20 victory.
At 6:30 p.m.
The Blue Devils
return home.
led 14-0. Windsor came back and tied it at 14. The Blue Devils took a 20-14 lead, and then Windsor took a 21-20 lead, then put it away late. 3 touchdowns from our Lake Champlain Coal Company player of the game, Jack Burke, and I'm going to head down to the field to talk with him in just a little bit. Let's thank our sponsors here, Telescope Furniture, Hoagland Property Management, Ski Valley Agency, Indulge Pizza, Lake Champlain Coal Company, our player of the game sponsor, Ravina and Hoosick Valley Shop and Save, also A1 Sewer and Drain, York Coach Works, Michelle Sweet Creations Bakery and Sweets, the O'Shea Insurance Agency, all sponsors of our high school football coverage here on MYVT Media Sports. Once again, our final score here from Dean Houghton Field in Poultney. It's the Windsor Yellowjackets 29, Poultney 20. Windsor goes to 2-4. Poultney drops to 0-6. That's going to wrap it up here from Dean Houghton Field in Poultney. This has been a production of MYVT Media Sports. From Poultney, I'm Keith Harrington saying so long.